Hey guys, what's up? Copper Tillman. I know I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. One of my favorite things to do in the copper business is historic restorations, and today we got a cool one. This building right here is actually part of the original Pony Express. During the 1860s, 1861, for 18 months, Pony Express ran from Missouri all the way to San Francisco, California. This building was one of the stops. I think if you look at the sign right here, it says historical site, Bear Creek Canyon Post Office, 1871. So this was it officially became a post office, but before that, in the 1860s, it was actually part of the Pony Express. So again, man, I just can't believe it. We're working on a piece of history. We're gonna put some copper gutters on this because the logs are so old. Check out these logs. So there we're getting a lot of splashback and it's starting to do some deterioration on the logs. So wanted to add gutters, but to make it look periodic correct, we are putting on antique half round style of gutters. There's not a lot of fascia here. On this one, there's a little bit more, but we actually have another building we're gonna be doing over here. It's the original ranch house. They built the ranch shortly after they put in the relay station for the Pony Express. And on that one, the fascias are really, really tiny. And so we don't have a lot of room. So we're gonna do roof mount hangers. We're gonna have to hand bend them to the exact pitch of the roof so we get as much clearance as possible on this job. Okay, so for the roof mount hangers, they actually come like a J, which would be on a wall, and we have to bend that to the pitch of the roof. And we can also adjust it this direction to get proper flow on the gutter. So first thing I got to do is put it in my bender, and I'm going to bend it a little ways. I got it marked for the first setting, and we're going to bend it until it looks about right. I'm going to go, yeah, that's looking pretty decent right there. Then I'm going to put it up here and I'll take a visual look at it. Now we're still too high, so I'm going to bend it a little bit more. Give that a shot. And hold that thought a second. I needed a drill. I'm going to temp this on here real quick just to hold that so I can put a scrap of gutter in place, how it's going to set when we're done, and fold this around and fold this around to make sure it's held good. Then just to double check, I'm going to check, make sure that we're level. And it appears that I went about a ½ inch too far. So I'm gonna take it back off and unbend it just a tiny bit, and then we'll do the whole process over again. All right, so put it back in here. Oops, got it the wrong direction. Just unbend it a little bit. All right, here we'll check it again. I'm actually going to go ahead and set my set screw here so that if this is correct, all we got to do every time is just go to that little stop right there and they will all be exactly the same. That is it. Now we just have to do our layout and bend them all enough to do the whole building. All right, so the one that we bent as high as we can go, we're going to put on the uphill side. We're going to drain on that side down there. Each one of them are going to be slightly lower each time where I put this bend on the shaft of the hanger. So we're going to come 6 inches off the edge. Now I'm going to bend another one that's the lowest hanger, and we're going to go put it on that end of the building. And then we'll put a chalk line on it to get all of our exact heights. So to get a proper slope, we're going to hook a chalk line on this end, and we'll go down to this end. And we will hold the chalk line in mid-air. Wow, look at how we got a massive hump right there. That's why we have to make sure we do this so that we can compensate each one of those for that. But I'm gonna double check on my chalk line before I get my height, just to make sure that we have some slope. And it looks like if I put, if I put this one at the same height as we did on that end, it's going to give us plenty of slope. The only thing we have to worry about is this massive hump in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this right there, and then we will bend our other hanger, and it'll be bent at the same place because the building is actually out of level in our favor on this one. But then we'll have to do the height to take care of the massive bow in the roof. All right, I got that first one bent. It's just like the first one. We're going to install it 6 inches away from the edge. So measure 6 inches. There. Now, I want each of these hangers spaced exactly the same distance apart. So next I have to find out how long it is from one hanger to the other, and then I want it as close to 30 inches as possible. That's kind of maximum exposure that we spacing that we do. So I need to take this over and hook it onto that. Nick, can you do that? Run it over there and hook it onto the edge of that.
You want it in the middle or on the...
Yeah. All right, we're 199 inches. So next I got to take 199 divided by 30 is what?
6.6.
6.6. So if I went 199 divided by 6 is what?
33.1.
What is it? 199 divided by
7.
7.
28.42.
28. Yeah, let's do 28. So 28.4, it's almost 25.
It'd be like 28 and a half.
All right, so 28 and a half right there. Now if we look at this chalk line, it is staying at the exact same place along this line. So for the next one, we're gonna have to bend at a different location because that's where it starts up on the hump. Oh, and I'm sorry about the sound quality. I just dropped my dongle and broke it. So everything has to be here, and it's gonna pick up every other little sound like an ATV and everything else going on around here. So just bear with me, we'll get her done. All right, next one, 28 and a half inches again. Put a mark. And then this time, you notice we have this chalk line is much lower than the edge. So here's my control line on my hangers. We have to put that on the chalk line so we have the same height. And we have to mark the back side of this. That's our new bend line. We'll have to do that on each one as we go up and over this massive hump here. Now you see how much higher it is than our control line. It's going to keep our gutter exactly level, and it'll take care of this 150-year-old hump in this roof. And we just repeat that step over and over till we reach the other end of the building. All right, got all the hangers on. We have the drip edge on. If you notice right here where we have the major hump, the drip edge actually does ride a little bit higher on the hangers than they do on the ends. However, when we put the new gutter on and that line comes right here, it's all going to look perfectly straight, and it's going to be behind the elevation of the front of the gutter. You're never going to see that hump. We just took care of a 150-year-old problem, just like that. All right, back out to the ranch this morning. Yesterday, we got rained out right when we were finishing up the hangers on the Pony Express. So this is the ranch house. This came about because of the Pony Express relay station. They actually built the ranch house here. This is original, and the same deal here as on the Pony Express building. We have water deterioration on the logs, so we're gonna put an antique copper gutter on here, half round. It's gonna be cool. All right, we're back out to the ranch. It's been, man, probably a month since we were here. We had to have the roof done before we come put our gutters on, and they're wood shakes. Wood shakes in this region of America are pretty much illegal unless it's a historic building like this. They had to get the shakes out of Canada with the tariffs and shipping and everything. It took quite a while to get it, but hey, we're gonna finish it up today, get this thing done.
Pretty good at that, boy.
Thanks.
You guys need to be careful on these really high ladders. Nice. Hey, we're done. This turned out amazing. It was a lot of fun. Again, I just love doing this historical jobs like this. I cannot believe I had the chance to work on an actual Pony Express building. It's just amazing. I'm so thankful. I'm just so blessed. But until the next video, like always, eyes high, copper proper.